This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E. Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On Sports postcasts we do. We also do Locked On Warriors and Locked On 49ers postcast. But tonight, the Giants suffered maybe their most frustrating loss of the entire season as they fell to the San Diego Padres 1-0 at Oracle Park, and Logan Webb was absolutely dominant tonight. Spun 8 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts, 0 walks, yet the Giants still found a way to lose this game. They had just one hit with runners in scoring position and left 12 men on base. I feel like I'm bashing my head against the wall trying to watch this team hit a baseball. Something needs to change. We'll break it all down, but first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. And make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Ben Kaspick, always does a great job. And this, oh my God, like I needed to take a second to compose myself before I started this game because before I started the show, because this game, I think I must have frustrated all of my neighbors in my apartment building by screaming at my TV so much watching this one. This was agonizing. I've been saying it in jest through the last couple games for the Giants, but I had to actually get up and go take some Tums in the middle of this game because this team's giving me such bad heartburn trying to watch this offense actually do something at the dish. It is awful watching this Giants team try to play baseball right now. It is not just bad baseball, but it is horrendous to watch. I mean, they're doing stuff up there that at the plate that make you think that you could go out to any rec league right now, like any rec fast pitch baseball league, and maybe find someone that can contribute something to this offense, because the Giants offense looks that inept, that desperate, that awful. And I know that that's, a little bit of hyperbole there, but they are really genuinely, like, I have a hard time believing that you can't go down into AAA and find like at least 3 bats that are going to produce more than some of these guys that are playing for the Giants right now. I mean, the Padres kind of did the Giants a favor I'm not happy the guy got hurt. I'm never going to be glad to see someone go down with an injury, but as far as the Giants roster construction is concerned, the Padres might have done them a little bit of a favor by drilling Lamont Wade Jr. in the hand with that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, at least now you're going to be forced to bring up one of those bats from AAA, and maybe that will give you a spark. But again, if you're going down into AAA to find someone to save your season, it's not going to happen. And this Giants team right now, I mean, they're so horrendous at the plate, and especially with runners in scoring position. Tonight, 1 for 12. They left 12 runners on base. Multiple times in this game, they had opportunities to drive runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs, and the Giants couldn't get it done. Let's start with the bottom of the second. The Giants, they get 3 runners on after 2 walks in a hit by pitch, that Lamont Wade Jr. pitch that hit him in the hand, Willie Adames walk, and a Pat Bailey walk to start the inning. You get the bases loaded with nobody out, and Fitz grounds into a force out. They get the runner at home. And then you get Elliot Ramos, who has been one of the best hitters in the entire National League, to come up next. And you're thinking, Elliott's at least going to lift one in the outfield. Nope. Grounds into a double play to end the inning. Even the Giants' best hitter is now falling into this kind of slump with runners in scoring position. I mean, he has been great since the start of May, but you can't have just one guy power your team offensively. There's 9 people who get a chance to go up there and hit the ball, and you can't have just one of them doing something up there and expect to have some success. And let's fast forward a little bit in this game. You got in the bottom of the 6th, you had Jung-Hoo Lee get on second base with only 1 out, steals second base after that leadoff single. Matt Chapman strikes out swinging. Herrera Encarnacion grounds out. That's how that inning ends. So the Giants waste another opportunity there. So let's go to the 7th inning, because the Giants had yet another opportunity then. You got the bases loaded. Jung-Hoo Lee, one of the best like 4 average hitters on this team up at the plate. And you're thinking, all right, this has got to be it. This is where they come up with that big hit. Nope, he strikes out. And on 3 pitches. Like it's just horrible watching this team try to hit anything with the pressure on it. And it feels like with every moment that goes by where they come up short, it just mounts and it grows and it gets to be this bigger thing. And you can feel it watching the game. Like the stadium is tight. The air is heavy. I know it's being played in San Francisco and it's a brisk night out there. It's a little windy. I bet everybody up there is sweating their what's off, standing up there at home plate, trying to come up with a hit to snap out of this slump. The Giants still have not scored more than 4 runs in a game. We're closing in on we're more than halfway to a month now since the Giants last scored more than 4 runs in a game. It was back in the middle of May when they played the first game of the A's series. So that feels like forever ago at this point. And by the way, the Giants weren't done wasting runners in scoring position opportunities. Let's go to perhaps the most agonizing inning of this entire game. I'm talking about the 8th inning, and that's today's turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And after a Wilmer Flores leadoff single, Christian Koss comes in to pinch run and steals second base. So you have a runner on second base with nobody out. And this, you're looking at the lineup and you're thinking Matt Chapman, Encarnacion, Willy Adames, someone's got to drive this guy in. Somebody has to get it done at this point. They've had so many opportunities through this game. This is where it changes. Matt Chapman watches a curveball that didn't curve catch the top of the strike zone for strike 3. That pitch was such a meatball. I mean, if he had Matt Chapman swings so hard. If he had made contact with that ball, might still be up in the air. I mean, I have no idea how he watched that third strike and then turns around and argues about it. Dude, bad look, man. Like that was for sure a strike. I know we have the luxury of seeing the little box on the TV and you don't get that in real life, obviously, but dude, swing the bat on a pitch that close with 2 strikes. What are you doing? The Giants have watched way too many strike 3s happen this season, and this was perhaps the most singularly frustrating one that they've had all season long. Then Encarnacion comes up, and I mean, dude swings the first pitch that he sees after Matt Chapman does not swing at a pitch that he absolutely should have swung at. Gerardo Encarnacion gets one that would have hit a left-handed batter and tries to just kill the ball. And I don't know. I have no idea what this guy was looking for at the plate. It's his first game back from injury. Didn't have a spring training. I get all of that. He only saw sliders. They did not throw him a single pitch other than a slider in that at bat. And I would do the same thing. He looked horrible against those 3 pitches. Did not look like any of those swings were even close. Then they intentionally walk Willy Adames to bring up Casey Schmidt, throw a wild pitch. So now you got second and third. Schmidt's up to bat. You're just begging Casey Schmidt to do something. And what's he do after he works a full count? Oh, by the way, starts off the that at bat by getting a strike due to a batter pitch timer violation, which is just the best way to start off that at bat after the way the prior 2 at bats went. And then he swings at ball 4, which was not close, a pitch in the dirt. And again, another pitch that probably would have hit a left-handed batter. What the hell is this team doing? What is the plan going into the batter's box? I'm not a guy who's going to sit here and call for many coaches to be fired ever. I just think that's kind of a bad look. I don't think that's I clearly know way less about baseball than anybody who has a job professionally coaching a team or in any capacity. But at this point, it's hard to argue with what we're seeing. Like I've had a great relationship personally with Pat Burrell from when I used to work on the Murph and Mac morning show, and we would book him all the time. I've had moments where Pat the Bat has randomly called me just driving around, and we just ended up kind of like just talking about baseball for quite some time. I have like a lot of admiration for that guy. Plus all the years that he was a Giant and his big moments with the team back in the day. Like there's a lot to like about Pat Burrell. If you're Triple E. And I still think that it might be time for the Giants to make a change. I'm not going to sit here and like bang the drum for it to happen, but you got to start. I mean, that seat's at least got to be hot at this point. You cannot continue to do what you're doing if you are the San Francisco Giants. This team looks completely inept. You got to do something to shake things up, to get this team going in the right direction again. Hurrah Encarnacion, in case today didn't kind of, give you an indication of what it's going to be like going forward. He's not going to fix this lineup. Nobody's coming. There's no Batman coming in to save the day. There's no bat signal to shine up into the into the night sky here in San Francisco to have some Caped Crusader come in and save the Giants. Like, this is you got to roll with what you got. You got to pull yourselves out of the mud, figure out a way to get it done, because so far this season, especially the last month, this has been agonizing. The Giants had the best ERA in all of baseball in the month of May and had a losing record. It's the first time that's happened since 1985, 40 years since that last happened for the Giants. This is horrendous. By the way, they're 8 for their last 69 at-bats with runners in scoring position. That's a 116 batting average. This team is so far beyond inept when they have runners in scoring position. I just don't even know what I'm watching at this point. But it wasn't all bad news for the San Francisco Giants today, even though this might have been the most frustrating game of the entire year. I have officially reached my breaking point with this team. I've been preaching patience. I'm done. No more patience from me. No more preaching patience to you guys. Change something. Get it going. Have a sign of life. Please, for the love of God, I don't care what you have to do to get some of that devil magic from the beginning of the season back, where you're getting walk off inside the park home runs. Just do something, anything to get yourselves out of this slump. But Logan Webb tried to do that for the Giants today. He gave them maybe his best effort of this entire season. Logan Webb was absolutely electric tonight. We're going to break down his night next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is brought to you by Wonderful Pistachios. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I love the no shells variety. It's the perfect grab and go snack for busy days, whether I'm snacking at my desk, on a long road trip, out at Oracle Park like I'll be doing tomorrow, or if I just need a quick protein boost, they're always my go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch, the in-shell options are a classic favorite as well. And I absolutely love that Wonderful Pistachios is a complete protein, providing all 9 essential amino acids, and all of these little green wonders pack a huge protein punch. Get snackin' and get crackin' with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and again, the Giants, an absolutely agonizing, frustrating, heartburn-inducing loss to the Padres. And this team has got to start winning games against the damn Padres. Has not gone very well against San Diego this season. They're 0 for 3 now against the Padres in 2025. That is not how you want to start out the season against a team that you're probably going to be battling for a wild card spot at the end of the year, if you even get there. Because if this offense continues to do what it's doing, they're not even going to sniff the postseason. So no matter how good Logan Webb is, and today, man, he was awesome. Logan Webb, 8 innings pitched, 0 runs, 0 walks, and 7 strikeouts. He was unhittable. Only gave up 6 hits, and 3 of them did not leave the infield. So Logan Webb was doing exactly what Logan Webb does. This was Logan Webb at his best. And for the Giants to go out there and Matt Cain him, oh my God, I cannot express how frustrated I am with this team without using a bunch of 4-letter words that I'm not allowed to say on this show. But the Giants are doing him the biggest disservice that they could possibly do. I mean, he was getting outs with everything today. The sinker, the slider, the changeup, didn't matter. He was getting outs with all of them. Every pitch, he had great command, great location on everything, a great plan of attack against this Padres lineup, by the way, which has several guys in it that have Logan Webb's number. Luis Arraez is 8 for 13 lifetime against Logan Webb. That's pretty damn good. 615 batting average. Manny Machado betting 371 lifetime against Logan Webb. Jackson Merrill betting 714 lifetime against Logan Webb. And he didn't care. He went out there and mowed down this whole lineup, went right after guys, and he didn't blink for a single time. Like, he knew the Giants offense wasn't going to get him runs. He clearly knew that going into this game, because the way that Logan Webb just put this team on his back and tried to carry them to victory. Like, if they let Logan Webb, if they still let starting pitchers hit in this game, which, I mean, at this point, why not? Like, why not send up a pitcher to hit if you're the Giants? They can't be any worse than what you've got from anyone else on this team. I think Logan Webb might have given them some kind of juice at the dish if he would have even been able to get in that bat. That would have maybe changed some things for the Giants, just because everybody else is so bad, and Logan Webb is just such a gamer. Like, he's ready to just lead this team to victory at any point in time. I wouldn't have hated seeing Logan Webb at bat today, if I'm being totally honest. Let's bring back the days of the no DH and see if it'll help the Giants at all. But I mean, I'm joking, but I'm also kind of not, because this offense was just so horrendous that it's almost laughable that Logan Webb's just an absolute waste of a miraculous start, of maybe the best start of Logan Webb's season. And I mean, you had some moments, like I said, and then a couple other moments that we didn't get into. The 10th inning, you had that Christian Koss bunt as the leadoff batter moves the Manfred man over to third base. Matt Chapman and Gerardo Encarnacion both hit laser beams that just get stabbed, and they, aren't able to score that run. Matt Chapman, the hardest hit ball of the entire game, fielded at third base. Great play there over at third. Chapman hit that ball 110 miles an hour, but you got to find a way to get Logan Webb some runs. And before we continue to go on about Logan Webb, we got to just do it right now. Let's give him our player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And as I said, Logan Webb was just dominant. Like, this guy was doing everything up there for the Giants today. He threw over 100 pitches, and I feel like he could have kept going. I mean, really. I mean, they weren't going to do that, because you don't want to run Logan into the ground, especially on a night where it looks like the Giants offense just doesn't have it. But he did throw 102 pitches. 41 of them were sweepers. The most of any pitch that he threw tonight. 40% of his arsenal on the mound today. 34 sinkers, 20 changeups. He had a very, very good command of his stuff, was not giving up hard exit velo at all, just 86.1 miles an hour exit velo for Logan Webb today on average. And as I said, everything that was even getting hit off of him was not, there was no juice to anything in this Padres batting order. I mean, Logan Webb completely shut them down, and the Giants failed him, absolutely failed him today. This should be an inflection point for this team, and that is what you'll be talking about after this one.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And what you'll be talking about is that this has to be the bottom. This has to be the worst loss of the season. It cannot continue to get worse than this, or the Giants are completely out of the playoff picture. I mean, I don't care that it's June 2nd. They're going to be completely non-competitive in the last month of this season, in the final weeks of this season, if they don't figure out a way to score runs. This has to be like a come together moment in the locker room. If there's not some sort of like a players only meeting or something like that, I don't care if we hear about it or not, but there needs to be like a closed door players only discussion where they address each other and figure out what the hell is going on with this team. Because at this point, it's beyond like a coaching issue. It's obvious that they need maybe a different voice in that room to kind of give them a better plan of attack and things like that. But at the end of the day, 8 for 69, the batting 116 with runners in scoring position, that's horrendous. That's beyond not having a plan. That's a team that is desperate and has no confidence in those situations, is playing tight. And you got to have this be the inflection point. You have to have this be the point where you plant the flag and you say, we're not doing this anymore. We are going to improve and get better, and we're not going to let our guy down like this anymore. We're not going to let Logan Webb suffer the way that they've let him suffer this season. He is 5-5 this year. Can you believe that? Logan Webb is having just an awesome year in every other regard. He's got a 2.55 ERA. He's 5-5 on the season. This is awful. This is horrendous to watch. He's got 91 strikeouts and 81 innings pitched, a whip of 117. How's this guy 500 right now? This offense needs to figure it out. They need to hold each other accountable and improve and stop this type of lack of confidence, tight playing with runners in scoring position. Go up there, play baseball, look for your pitch, hunt it, and hit the damn ball when you get the pitch you're looking for. This is just so frustrating to watch this team continue to flounder, and it's not going to get any easier because after this 4-game series against the Padres, you get the Braves, who, I mean, they're a pretty decent team. They had a rough start to the year, but overall a pretty solid team. Then you get the Rockies. That should maybe be a little bit of a get right series if the series against the Padres continues to go the way it is, and if the series against the Braves doesn't go well. But guess who's coming right after the Rockies? The Dodgers. And so you got to figure it out. Your schedule is not going to get easier in the coming weeks. You have to figure this out right now. It's all the time we got for you guys on the Locked On Giants postcast today. Very, very, very frustrating loss. In my opinion, the worst loss of the season for the San Francisco Giants as they lose 1-0 to the San Diego Padres at Oracle Park in 10 innings. And the Giants only get 5 hits, 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position, and 12 runners left on base. Just a horrendous effort from this offense. I'm your host, Eric Triple E. Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.